Hey, this is Wes from the Chicago Monthly Magazine. I'm here with Jason Franklin. And can you just tell me a bit about your relationship with Boyd?
Sure. Boyd and I have been friends for about 8 years, and he's been a big fan of Sportique since we started it 7 years ago. And anything he's been a part of, I've always been able to help in any which way I can, and vice versa. And when he came to me with this Faces in the Mirror project that he's been a part of for almost 4 years now, I've always said any which way I could help, and he finally called and said, I need your help, and I would love to put an apparel line together to celebrate the movie and put it out at retail. Can you help me?
Okay.
And that, of course, is in my wheelhouse since I own Sportique. And flew down to Charlottesville, met with him. We watched the movie about 3 or 4 times. And from there there's so much great visuals and so many great quotes, and we took the best of the best and we put that together on apparel and put together Faces in the Mirror apparel collection.
I understand this kind of was the bridge into work, creating t-shirts for Dave Matthews Band in general. Or was this the bridge, or can you talk about that?
Yeah, sure. We started working with the Dave Matthews Band for their tour merchandise 6 years ago.
Oh, 6 years ago.
Yeah, so that actually started before Faces.
So was this was that how you knew Boyd?
Yes,
Was your
exactly.
relationship with the
I had a relationship with Boyd, and then when I started Sportique, he's like, why don't you do some fashion apparel for our tour? And I met with the powers that be, and we were able to put that together. And we've been doing fashion apparel for the Dave Matthews Band tour for the past 6 years.
Okay, well, great. Thanks, Jason.
No problem.
Yeah, I'm here with Boyd Tinsley from Dave Matthews Band. How you doing, Boyd?
I'm doing great, man.
Why don't you tell us what you're doing?
Yeah, we're doing an event to promote my film, Faces in the Mirror. We've been doing like about 4 of them, like doing the Dave Matthews Band tour, like days off and so forth. And they've been a lot of fun. And tonight we're gonna show the trailer. We're gonna show a scene from the movie. I'm gonna do a question and answer and talk about the movie. And then we're going to have a performance afterwards with the Capecchi Family Band and myself and a friend of mine. So it's going to be a fun night, you know?
Right, yeah. Well, what inspired you to make the film?
I got the idea about 15, 16 years ago when the band did Crash Into Me, the video.
Okay.
It was just such a beautiful video that just really spoke to me emotionally, just like the images and the music combined. And so I really wanted to make a movie. I was inspired to make a movie like that, you know, where it's just like really an emotional experience, you know. And so, I mean, 4 years ago, just like this idea just hit me out of nowhere, you know, to like make a movie. And I just like got an actor together, a good friend of mine who's a great actor named Ryan Orr. I got a director, Fenton Williams, who does lights for the Dave Matthews Band. And so I got that whole crew together. We started with the music, you know, and from there we sort of created the story. We wrote the screenplay. The actors listened to the music. The director did. The crew did. So everybody was like in tune to the music.
Wow.
So everything came from that same vibe, the same emotion. And so when we put it together, it's just like this amazing, just like interweaving of just like action and music. It's just like, it's like tingling because it's like they dance with each other.
Okay.
Like so married that they dance with each other. It's a beautiful movie.
So what relationship does this have between like a feature film and a music video then? Because you said it's based on the music.
Yeah,
I'm assuming it's not just a music video.
No, it's not. It's definitely a movie. It's a movie with very little dialogue.
Okay.
It's just like Ryan Orr, the lead actor, is just like such a great talent. He has this charisma, and his use of his eyes is like a modern day silent picture star, where you have to like use your charisma in your eyes to express how you feel. He can do that, and it's just like, it's brilliant the way he is, because so much of the movie he's not even talking, but you find yourself completely wrapped up into him. But not only that, you don't even really realize that he hasn't said a word. You know,
yeah.
So it's just like there's so much power behind just the expression of feeling as opposed to words sometimes. Like words can get in the way of what that's really trying to be revealed.
As if the music is
the music it's just a word, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Did this have any, this interfere with your production with the band or your tour, or was that kind of a hindrance with the band?
It never was a hindrance. I mean, it just required like a lot of work on my part. You know, the first bunch of music that we recorded and Seattle about 4 years ago was overlapping the time that DMB was recording Groove Rush schemes. And so I would get out at midnight for the sessions in DMB and go to another session with another group of musicians from midnight to 6 to start music for the soundtrack of Faces in the Mirror. So it's been like that. I mean, it's just like I've been working like around to like days off, like after gigs and before gigs. It's been like whenever you have the chance, you do it, and wherever you are, it's like very just road. You know what I mean? It's just like we would let nothing stop us. So we just use whatever we had, you know, to make the film. And I mean, that's why we made it. You know, it's just like a determination to like no matter what happens, where we are, we will finish the film. You know, and it's and 4 years later, you know, here it is, and it's exciting, man, to see a room full of people about to experience at least, you know, a few scenes in the movie.
You mentioned you were deeply involved in the writing, the music, and kind of the casting, but how much were you involved in the production on set?
Not very much at all. That was the one area of the movie that I stayed pretty much hands off. I talked to the director. We met, and I told him the things that I wanted to see in the movie. You know, there's a big bonfire scene in this show. That's what I want a big bonfire scene, and I want a bunch of sort of wild kids like just dancing around like some sort of pagan, you know, ritual party in the woods. And so, I mean, I gave him that, and he just took it and made something that, oh my God, I would have never imagined. You know, he made it like 10 times as better than I had in my head. So I would tell him the things I wanted, and then he would come and bring me the most amazing stuff and just impress me so much with what he brought.
Yeah, this is Chicago Monthly Magazine, so I have to ask, what is your connection with the city? How often have you been here, and what do you have to speak? What do you have to say for the city?
Well, Chicago, we're here pretty much every year. Chicago's one of my favorite cities. I was just telling somebody today, it's just like they asked me, what's your favorite thing about Chicago? And I said the people, because the people of Chicago are some of the nicest people I've ever met. You know, people that go out of their way to be nice to me, you know? And I appreciate that so much, you know? And there's nothing more than I appreciate that.
Cool, thanks for taking the time to talk to me, bud.
Thank you, man.
I appreciate that.